My name is Kevin Veselka, and I'm a filmmaker. I feel weird calling myself a filmmaker, but I'm a filmmaker, I guess. Actually, before I wanted to do filmmaking, I wanted to do like acting. Because I mean, like you watch movies, and I know I like movies, but you first see the actors, so you're like, I want to be in a movie. I want to be a movie, in which what that is a person on the screen. But then you figure out that there's somebody who makes that. I think I have too little self-esteem to be an actor. I was thinking about this. I don't have much confidence in my own image, but I have confidence in the images of others. A big part of it for me is like trying to bring things out of people or utilize people.
I'll explain in a second. Just give me a fucking second.
So instead of like actually trying to act, I try to act through other people, which is fun. It's weird to say that's like that did come from a personal experience because it did, but the movie's about a guy who like goes insane, and I mean he realizes that he might have cancer. He doesn't even know. It's just like this weird thing a doctor said, and it just starts him on his mind on this roller coaster that leads him to want to destroy things. It started actually like a year and a half ago when I went to the dentist. I'm not going to say the dentist's name because I still see him. But I went to the dentist, and I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. Something I did. It helps with writing, and it helps with my personality, I think, to have some sort of... But anyways, so I went to the dentist, and he brought out, he said, okay, we have this, we're doing this new thing. It's that's not what he talks like, but we're doing this thing, and it's a cancer screening thing, just $10, and we can do it. He said, okay, whatever, and he shined this little green light down my throat, and he was like, oh yeah, there might be something down there. There's some abnormalities in the tissues, and so like I went back to him a second time and he did the same thing, and he said you should get this checked out, and I was like, this is cancer, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna say no, and I was like, that was just like, for somebody who's like trapped in his head a lot, to say something like that is like really bad. I think, because like for the next week and a half, I kept going through my head. I might have throat cancer, and it would have been something that was entirely my fault, something that entirely was produced by my stupid decision to smoke, and I started thinking about this as something that's like readily present and is a possibility in the immediate future for something like this physical and this destructive. It's a possibility, and that's crazy, because I mean, like mentally, I think I think about this stuff a lot. Like I think about things like illness and death sometimes, and it's always been kind of like a concept in my head that's like that's gonna happen in the future, but it's not going to happen now. But this was something that was happening right now, and you get angry. There's a part of it that's when that happens, you get angry, and you get angry at everything and anything around you.
Did anyone call you today?
No.
You sure about that? It's just a little piece of skin. A little piece of skin goes bad and just spreads. Yeah, I couldn't just cut it out. Cut it out.
Frost Vapor is it's an experimental film in the sense that it was an experiment. It was something that I didn't know what it was gonna look like. I really like fantasy and science fiction films and stuff, and like special effects stuff, and there's a bunch of scratches and dust and weird things that happen when you do film. It just has a unique kind of quality to it, but at the same time, I don't have much money. There's cheap ways to do things on film if you basically hand process things. So the imagery that I came up with for Frost Vapor is kind of a byproduct of that, because I knew I wouldn't be able to control most of it because I was not planning anything that I shot. So I just kind of gave myself the overall theme of having things to do with water, fire, and air, and just tried to gather imagery around that. And it kind of has this weird effect of like this strange sort of like pagan ritual almost. Shot me doing this.